Greetings, listeners. I am your host this evening, Zach Barrett, and welcome to the Twisted Gear Studios production. You are about to listen to The Call, our Call of Cthulhu actual playcast, GM'd by Derek Snow. The previous report from our investigators. Facing horrors beyond imagining, Agatha's mind breaks. The team band together and fight their way to Althea's car and manage to begin the evacuation from Swill's Gullet. As they escape, Althea's new companion, Montgomery, makes himself known to Emos, and he begins to employ the team to return to the Montgomery Farmstead.
We may go back to the Montgomery Farmstead.
What? Why?
Because an imaginary rat told me so. I would try to explain that in a rational way, but you know what? With all the other weird stuff that's been happening, it's about as good as it gets.
Wait, an imaginary rat?
Well, no,
Sorry,
like a lot of rats?
Your rat told me to go to the Montgomery Farmstead. Does it make you feel better now?
You said an imaginary rat. Montgomery isn't imaginary, so
It doesn't
I'm still
matter.
Slightly concerned.
It doesn't matter whether Montgomery is imaginary or not, but there's something about that rock. The big rock that was covered in bugs and made things make weird noises. There's something about that rock. It's not right.
The rock.
The rock.
Or whatever is underneath the bugs.
That rock that made us all like bleed from our face and go unconscious when we went near it. That
Yep.
one.
The
That
one
one.
that's
That's
bad
all
thing.
the way back there with all of the things we just ran away from.
No,
no,
the
this
other
is-
farmstead.
It's still damn
Montgomery
close.
Farmstead.
Too close for me.
You know, that rock was pretty fascinating.
Are
But
you
we
serious?
still gonna have
Are
to have
you
a
and I
really
about
good
to agree
reason.
on something?
Oh, that is weird.
Does this
Oh,
mean
no.
the apocalypse is here?
Let's not talk about
that.
that. Let's not invite things that we don't want. But for now, we need to. There's something about that rock we need to find out.
Okay. Let's try thinking about this rationally and
I
logically.
did.
I'm going to slow the car down and like just stop for a minute.
And as you slow the car down and you sort of look over in your shoulder and the rat's there and it's just looking a little bit, it seems disgruntled and it's got its arms crossed and it's sitting down on its back legs and just sort of looks at you and says, "Oh, this is just ridiculous because, you know, I'm not imaginary. I'm more real than a lot of you."
Do I hear this?
You hear this faint whispering coming from her shoulder.
Can I roll a listen check to see
Sure.
if I can hear what he's saying?
Sure.
Because why not? That's a 22 out of 59.
Yes, yeah. You actually hear that little blurb from Montgomery.
I will have a very perplexed look on my face.
What?
Please, for the love of God, did either of you two hear that?
And while he's doing
Hear
that,
what?
I'm going to
Hear
have
what?
a conversation with Montgomery.
Are
Did you-
you okay?
Did you actually tell him we needed to go back there? I mean, is he telling the truth about that?
What is she doing?
I mean,
Who is she
you know,
talking to?
it's the stone. You gotta destroy the stone.
Is it the reason for all the strange things that seem to be happening
There's
here?
too much talking, not enough doing.
Are we
Well-
still
Alright.
being chased?
I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because so far you haven't been wrong about
To
anything
the
else.
farmstead, please.
And I'm going to throw the car in.
Well, the one thing you do remember is that the roads leading to the Corbett Farmstead and the Montgomery Farmstead intersect at Swill's Gullet.
Yeah.
So back to
I'll
town
put the
then.
car
Yeah.
Turn
into
around.
You'd have to
gear.
drive through the woods, and the car itself is not sounding too good, and it's just on the muddy road because, you know, riding on two rims and other such things that happen to it.
Can I roll? I guess it would be a spot hidden to look behind us and see if we're still being chased.
By all means.
This is going to end well.
I didn't get my dice ready earlier. Okay. Oh, that's a 74 out of 30. I don't see anything.
No.
Can I attempt the same roll?
Sure.
I'm too enamored with the fact that I'm listening to an imaginary rat.
That is a 52 out of 61. That's spot hidden, right?
Yeah, you can put a tick next to spot hidden.
Do I get a tick next to listen?
Sure. Yeah. Sure. Because you did hear it. You know, it's interesting to me. Yeah. As you look back, where are you sitting in the car? Back seat.
Oh, I think I'm in the front.
You're in the front, so you sort of look at the
Yeah.
rear view mirror,
Okay.
or the side mirror, I should say.
Okay.
And you see her fucking back, and you see what looks to be movement in the tree line way back but you can't really pick out exactly what it is. But there is definitely some movement farther down the road from whence you came.
Oh, okay. I suggest we keep on going to town. I don't think
that's
they've
fair.
stopped, to be honest.
Yeah, we should not be stopped. That's a fair point.
Let's just go.
Althea?
All right. I'll, like I said, throw the car into gear and keep moving until at least we see the intersection where we needed to go off to the Montgomery Farmstead.
Okay, fair enough.
How's Skeets doing?
Yeah, so just as you continue riding down and you look over at Skeet, and he's sitting in the middle, in the back seat, and he's sort of rocking back and forth, and he's looking around at all of you. This just isn't fit. This isn't fit, I told you. It's just not fit. He seems to be having a little bit of a minor mental breakdown, but it's hard to tell with Skeet because he is like the definition of a mental breakdown.
That's fair.
It's a little bit difficult to tell, but he seems to be out of sorts.
Is there an extra jacket or a blanket or something in the back seat?
Not in the black back seat, but in the trunk
Ah,
for
we
sure.
don't stop. No, never mind.
Can I try psychoanalysis on, or not psychoanalysis? What is the one?
Psychology?
Yeah, psychology.
Sure, go right ahead.
That is a 51 out of 53.
You can put a tick on psychology.
Yes, finally.
It seems that he is having a little bit of a mental break, which which Agatha would be quite familiar with, as she's just had multiple.
True. Attacks.
Funny 'cause it's
So he seems to be having a little bit of a mental break. He's not really, doesn't really seem like he's going to be able to communicate very well at the moment.
Okay.
Let's leave him be.
Leave him be?
let
I'm
him-
actually going to turn around in my seat and kind of like grab his hands, try to keep them warm, and just try to keep him calm as best as possible. That's all I'm going to do.
Aw.
I know. Just trying to help him
And
out.
as you do that, he just starts taking some deep breaths.
Yeah. It's going to be okay. It's going to be fine.
He says it's going to be okay, but this is just plain ridiculous. This is just ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Cool.
driving along. Where we go?
Okay.
How far away from the town are we?
You're not too far. Within like 5 or 10 minutes,
Oh, okay.
actually.
Cool.
Now, how bad does the car sound, you were saying?
Oh, it's sounding worse and worse as it's going along this road, and the car starts rattling more and more, specifically leaning and rattling more toward the driver's side at the moment.
Althea, in your car ownership experience, do you think that this car is even going to make it out of town, let alone back to the Montgomery Farmstead and then out of town?
I'm putting one step at a time at the moment. I'm just going to hope that we get back to actual Swill's Gullet, considering that I can kind of feel myself leaning a little bit to the side here. My once beautiful car. All right, I'm fine. We're
Did
good.
you have a spare tire?
Yes.
But just one, or did you have two?
Just one.
Oh.
But I mean, one is still better than none.
Let's-
So
All right.
Wait till we get at
Oh,
least.
the spare tires. I have tons of spare tires.
Really?
And Skeet sort of
Seriously?
perks up, and he's like, "Yeah, I got a pile of junk in behind the general store. Pieces of this, pieces of that. I
Personal
can build
vote.
almost anything."
General store first, then Montgomery Farmstead?
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
I would suggest, and I look in the rearview mirror at Skeet for a quick sec, that perhaps it would be best if just the four of us went. He doesn't seem to be doing too well. I'll lean over to
The last time we left
Agatha.
Skeet alone, we ended up having to go to a spike-filled zone with a bunch of people along the edge of a lake. I got my ankle burnt by a elongated hand. You and I can now both see an imaginary rat for, again, it is still perplexing to me. A puzzle box almost drove you nuts, and a bunch of other number things. I think he should come with us to stay safe.
And as my professional opinion, I've had more nervous breakdowns than he has. So I think he's more sound of mind.
He either stays with us or
Comparatively.
he gets in his own vehicle and drives somewhere else.
I think he's got
But he's not staying. I don't think he should. Skeets, are you? Do you have a vehicle to get out of town?
I really thought we'd use this one.
Yeah,
Good.
that was my
Excellent.
thought
You're
too.
staying with us.
General store, let's get the car's wheels replaced, go to the Montgomery Farmstead, destroy the thing with Jake, leave.
Skeets,
Sounds good to me.
did you have dynamite in your store?
Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think I do. I mean, I guess that's really something that I should really know that if I have it or not, but I'm not sure. I think I
It
do.
would be if it's
I think I got it, Lord Thunder, and I'm pretty sure I do.
What part of the world are you from?
I'm from a bit of everywhere.
Oh, that's pretty apparent, I guess. Okay.
You should
Sound like an old Canadian I once knew. Anyway.
Well, accents are a little bit like clothes. I like to take it off and put it on. Sometimes I sound Scottish, sometimes I sound like this because, I'm Skeet.
At least you're sounding better.
Oh, no, I'm excited that we get some work on this vehicle and hopefully,
To the general store.
hopefully it's
Yeah.
just switching out the tires and it's nothing more serious because that could take a fair amount more time. And he just basically gets the words out of his mouth when there's a large kerchunk as maybe 200 feet away. You can see some of the buildings of Swill's Gullet. The driver's side just cracks. You hear this loud crack, this kerchunk, as the axle goes. And the vehicle just drops and sits on the driver's side, so it's on an angle, and it stops running.
We get out and push.
Is it even worth it?
With
Can
an
you
axle
fix
broken?
it?
I can fix anything.
Excellent.
It'll just take some time.
Let's do
How
this.
far away from the store are we and all your supplies?
Around 300 feet, I think, around 300 feet, or
That's
whatever
not
way you
bad.
want to look at it.
All right.
Around 100
Guns up
meters.
and
Or also
give him
around
a
100
chance.
yards.
Yeah, I'm
All
gonna
right.
make sure my weapon is at the ready.
I make sure the pistol's all loaded and ready to go, and
right.
we'll guard the car if you guys want to help Skeet repair the car.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, let's do this.
Ah, final stand, man.
So we'll get out of the car. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
Getting out of the car.
we're gonna get out, I guess.
Are we repairing it here, or are we going to push it to the store?
Oh, I don't think there's any pushing. It'd be dragging it at this point.
Then
And
let's-
there are 5 of us, but still.
Do you
I
have a
mean,
jack?
Because with the axle, it can't even spin, right?
We'll pop the trunk and see what kind of supplies we have in there to kind of at least prop this up. Maybe you guys can prop it up while we're getting some stuff from the general store.
Well, if Althea would like to roll me a luck roll,
Oh God, we know we have a jack.
just depends on the quality.
53 out of 68.
Fair enough. Yeah, you have a fully functional jack. No
Actually,
issue.
yeah. You also don't have a spare tire. You already replaced a tire with the spare. That's gone now.
That was on the way to the.
No.
godforsaken
All we did
town,
was
wasn't
get
it?
ourselves out of the hole. We didn't replace the tire.
Oh yeah, you're right.
yeah,
That's right, 'cause
it
we
just
used
lifted
the
us out of the
shovel.
hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's right.
I rummage around
Tire's
the
so
trunk, and then I pop up and I hold the jack up triumphantly.
All right.
Finally, some good luck.
All right.
And I hand Amos the jack.
It was just a strength roll last time, right, to get that going.
The main issue is that the ground is so muddy that when
Same
you
as last time.
Let's do the
Yeah.
shovel trick.
Shovel trick. Working forward. Sure it can work again. Oh God. So, Althea and Agatha, you guys wanted to go with? Sorry, Althea and Marion. You guys going with Skeet?
Yep.
Yep.
Let's
I'm
go see
fine
what
with
you got,
that.
Skeet.
Okay, fair enough. Who's staying with the vehicle?
Yes, that's right. You
Amos
and
and
me are
Agatha.
doing that because we're closer to the enemy.
Yeah.
So Agatha and Amos are
Yeah.
staying with the vehicle,
Yes.
and Althea, Marion, and Skeet are gonna head.
And we're 300 feet down the street from the store, you said.
Yes.
Yep.
So I'll just keep my weapon trained behind us while you are going to
start
strong
watching.
arm this
Yeah.
thing up.
Do we still have the machetes?
Oh, yeah. Of course.
One each?
Sounds good. I hand her a machete.
Wonderful.
I'll just... Or
or
if
should we
there's
leave-
any eye contact that's made between you and I, when you get the little machete, or the big machete, I'll just nod of approval. Because
You should
If
get
I
a
had a
little
little,
bit
if
of
I had a
Montgomery.
little tiny machete to give to the rat on my shoulder, I would.
that makes sense. And I wouldn't be opposed.
Oh, is this character development?
He's still imaginary,
Honestly,
okay.
but he's helpful.
yeah, he's been helpful. He hasn't been wrong so far.
I swear to God, though.
Dun.
So I'm just gonna go ahead with Marion, Althea, and Skeet at first, and I'll come back to Agatha and Amos.
That's fair.
As you start walking toward town,
Yep.
Starts to rain a little bit.
Oh.
It hasn't really stopped raining. It's just going between light rain, drizzle, and heavy rain constantly back and forth.
I think we'd at this point just notice if it started to be sunny, right?
Yeah, that would be shocking. That would definitely be shocking to your characters for sure. As you start walking back into town, the one thing you all sort of notice, or Marion and Althea, and Skeet as well, is that there's a lot of ravens.
Ooh.
All along the tops of the buildings. You maybe 50 or 60.
What are they doing?
They all seem to be looking in your direction.
Oh,
Not
Hitchcock
really.
would have a gale time.
Not really making any noise, just all sort of glaring at you. They all seem to be quite large as well. Probably 20-pound birds.
Is this normal for this town?
No, you would say
No, I
that.
asked that to Skeets.
Oh no. That's nothing like this is normal. Nothing like this is normal. This is just craziness. This is just craziness. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, nothing crazy happens around here. This is just so strange.
I'm sure nothing crazy ever happens here. Let's go to your store as quickly as possible. And I start hurrying him along.
The definition of strange for Swill's Gullet is probably slightly different than strange for some other places. But anyway, let's just continue on and keep an eye on these strange murder of ravens.
Oh my god. Yes.
As you walk around the building to the main sort of road that'll lead into general stores. The general store is only around 20, 30 feet away. As you notice, as none of the birds are on the ground, they are all on buildings, and they're all still looking down at you. Just staring, cocking their heads left and right.
Is there any kind of roll which could give insight to what these birds are about at the moment? Or just understanding any kind of behavior that they're exhibiting right at the moment?
Natural world, maybe zoology,
I don't
something
have
along
either of those.
along those
I
lines.
have natural world.
I think everyone has a 10% natural
Yeah.
world.
I
I'll
have,
roll it just to see what I get.
I have a 20 in natural world. So.
Nope. 46 out of 10.
11 out of 20.
Put a tick on natural world.
God damn.
From what you know or what you think you know, it is a little bit strange for this many ravens to not be moving around, scavenging for food, cawing at each other, fighting over pieces of stuff they found. They're not even really moving. They're not walking back and forth. They're just sort of stood in place, cocking their heads back and forth. It's very unsettling because you don't recall ever reading ravens or these type of birds reacting this way in such numbers. So it is strange, is what you get out of this.
While we're walking, I'm just gonna say Montgomery. Is he still on my shoulder?
You look over and he seems he's still there, but he seems to be distracted. His head is sort of tilted up, and it looks like he's listening off in the distance. You know, somebody cocks their head and puts their ear to the side, and he doesn't have any reaction to you talking to him.
Montgomery, what do you hear?
Like I said, he doesn't seem to have any reaction to you talking to him.
I'll give him a little poke with my finger.
Okay, so you poke at him, and
Althea, what are you doing?
There's something wrong with Montgomery. He's not paying attention to me. That's very unusual. Usually he's all about having my attention.
Okay. Let's just hurry to the store.
And just as you continue walking on, you just hear a little voice on your shoulder go, something's not right. Something's not right. I don't know.
Should we not go inside?
No, I mean, I just hear in general. I don't know. But that's what you hear.
Marion, I think it'd be a very good idea for us to be cautious right now.
I've been, as long as we're also quick.
Okay. Skeet, do not run into that store. Just be careful. Be very slow about what you're doing right now, please.
Oh, okay. But, I mean, I gotta go in there. That's where me tools are, me ducky.
Yes, I know, but just don't go barreling in there like you don't expect anything to be on the other side.
Oh, you mean like rubble?
Like people or anything
It'd be nice to
else.
see some other people. Maybe they could help us.
That's true. We haven't seen anyone else in this town.
The only other people we've seen have wanted to kill us or eat us or shoot us or all of the above. So
That's just because they're confused.
practice some caution, please.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
All right. Okay. We're gonna continue what we're doing because we need the tools.
Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough. So you continue walking over to the general store,
Yeah.
and you get to the sort of the main doorway. And Skeet pushes the door open, and where he's in the lead, and he immediately screams and collapses to the ground from something he just saw as he opened the door. As we move back to Amos and
Why?
Amos and
People not
Agatha.
listen to me.
You monster.
So as you try to do your shovel trick, just lay your shovel down, put the jack on it. I mean, it's not super effective, but it's effective enough.
It worked the first time. He was hoping it works again.
There you go. Well, let's roll a luck roll. Well,
Was it luck this time?
Let's roll a luck roll.
35 out of 60.
Yeah, and you start jacking up. Which do you want to do first, the back or the front tire? Because it's the passenger side. It's the front and back on one of the sides, right?
The front one. The front's where the steering's at, so might as well start there. Can't
Isn't that
really
where also-
go without the wheels coming back from the store.
Isn't that where the axle also broke too?
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
needs to be.
Yeah,
Yeah,
makes
it's gonna take. Well, you're not sure if it broke, but something.
Oh, I guess when I
Oh,
winch it
okay.
up, I'll take a look
Yeah.
and see if something seems out of place.
And Agatha, so you're just standing up with your rifle
I'm
at the ready.
basically skimming the tree line and everything to make sure nothing is coming out at us.
Well, I guess it's a good thing you're doing that because as you're looking off in the distance, you see something break out of the tree line
Of course.
and start moving in your direction. You can just pick it out. It's moving quite quick, and it's making a weird grunting noise, a weird sort of part screaming that you've heard before. And it looks to be one of those humans with the white worm out of its mouth, flaring back and forth, like attacked you from the car, on top of the car that the rats took care of. As it seems to be moving in your direction, you can sort of also hear bones popping as the bones have been pushed through its limbs, forced it down on all fours. The white worm is really protruded out of the mouth and split down the middle and open up in fangs of teeth. Rows and rows of teeth flapping, moving in your direction. What would you like to do?
How far away is it?
8,200 feet?
How many yards is that?
Divided by 3.
Yeah, 30. Let's say
Oh,
30.
sweet. So I can actually hit it with my Lee Enfield. I'm gonna shoot at it. Man, am I gonna shoot that thing?
Sure.
Sweet. What do I roll? What am I supposed to roll for that?
You roll percentage based on your firearms
My
rifle
firearms.
skill.
No.
Well, what's the percentage?
That's a fail because I got a 96 out of 45. Like that's bad. Like that's real bad.
What is your skill in rifle again?
And rifle shotgun is 45%.
Okay, so a 96 is a fumble.
Oh, it's a fumble.
Yeah, 96 to 100% is a critical fail.
Okay.
It is the way that would run.
Okay.
So as you try to shoot, the rifle jams. So
Have
a
I
bullet
heard
gets
the
lodged
thing coming
under.
out of the trees yet?
You haven't heard it as you're down working. And Agatha, as you pulled the trigger, you can just hear a click as the gun jams, so you don't even hear the shot go off.
Okay.
But
Emos, we have a problem. Where is your freaking handgun, man?
I come on out from under the car and look in her direction. Do I see the thing?
yeah, it's coming quite quick.
Pistol's out, and I'm waiting for it to get a little bit closer so that my gun will actually do some harm.
Agatha, you figure it would take a full round
Okay.
and a successful firearms rifle skill roll to clear the blockage.
Okay, I would like to try and do that.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm going to give
Get
you
over
each a full round.
Okay.
Cool.
And then it should be... Yep.
Will it take a full round before it's close within
A
15
couple
yards?
of rounds. Because it's moving fast, but it's also loose, muddy ground. So it seems to keep falling down
So far, it's
slightly.
just the one?
So far, it's just the one.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So by the time it's within 15 yards, a whole round will have passed anyway?
Correct.
Okay. God, I can't call out to those guys. I will do for this round, I'll actually do a spot hidden, see if I can see anything else coming out throughout the trees while I'm waiting for it to get closer.
Sure, go ahead.
So now I'm going to try and shoot 34 to 36! It's a success!
But you don't see anything else moving toward you from the tree line. You don't see any other movement. Just this one lone, demonic-looking, disgusting creature.
A round at all? If I had the full round to take a look, no, just the one thing, eh?
Just the one
That's
thing.
so bad.
I'm gonna take my turn to try and basically try to unjam my gun, essentially.
Yep.
So that is rolling a success under firearms, correct?
Correct.
Is that what you said?
That's it.
Oh man. Oh my gosh, 41 out of 45.
Nice.
You can put a tick,
Yes!
tick next to
pretty
firearms
good.
rifles.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So is that? So I did actually was
Yeah,
able
it's-
to unjam it, and is that bullet still reusable or?
Yes, it is.
Sweet. I'm gonna make sure I'm ready to shoot at
Yeah.
this thing as soon as it's close enough.
So, at this moment, it's around 30 feet away.
Okay.
Earth close enough for hand grenades.
You
Last
all
hand
get
grenades.
one more free shot added as it's moving closer.
Wow, man, it moved to 60 feet in a round. Holy crap! All right.
Oh yeah. Even with slipping on the mud and everything else.
Okay.
At the moment, it would be. Yeah, Amos, you can go ahead if you like.
25 out of 60.
Okay,
That's
put it.
under the hard. Does that make any difference?
No, an extreme makes a difference.
Okay,
That would be an impale, which is like a critical hit with a firearm.
Yeah, it's not quite that good.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Sweet. 1d10 plus 2. That's 12 damage.
Oh.
I roll a 10.
Wow.
As it takes it and it gets shot in the center of the chest, and it drops to the ground, and it starts getting up again. As Agatha, if you want to try to take a shot,
I
you can
definitely
as well.
want to try and take a shot at this thing. Oh my gosh, a 43 out of 45.
Oh my god.
Okay, and roll for the damage of your Lee Enfield.
So my damage is 2d6 plus 4. So
Correct.
Yeah.
2d6 plus 4.
Can I borrow someone's d6?
You can take them.
Oh my gosh, that's 9, 10, 11, 13 then.
13 damage.
Damn.
Yeah, right, because that's 5, 4
Yeah.
plus 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens is the shot to the chest slowed it down, dropped to the ground, and as it's starting to rise up to keep coming at you, and the white worm the jaw is broken down, like I said before, and the white worm is flayed out, making this weird screaming noise, you put a round right through it as the back of the head of this particular disgusting creature just explodes, and it just flops to the ground.
Just point my pistol up. High five.
Oh, I'm doing more than high-fiving. I am right now just ecstatic and almost bored, because out of all the shit I've seen.
Well, I would somewhere on the squeeing there, but that's just a case of point.
Yes, high five.
And then, as you're high-fiving, we'll go back to Marion and Althea.
Oh dear.
As Skeet just sort of dropped, fainted, it seemed, in the doorway itself.
I go up to him and like just quickly check, make sure he's not injured.
Yeah.
Like, Skeets!
So,
Oh my god, are you
Marion,
okay?
as you move to the doorway, and you look down at him, just out of the corner of your eye inside the general store, you see movement. And as you glance inside and look, you see it's something that's going to cause a sanity check.
Okay.
No.
But you see a figure. It's around 6 feet tall. Looks to be somewhat human. It's a bit different than what you've seen so far.
Somewhat human is a great
Somewhat
phrase.
human, mainly
Yeah.
because as you look it up, like the legs look, oh, that's human wearing, looks to be like army pants. It looks to be wearing a pair of army pants. But all you see from the chest is a multitude of these snake fangs rammed through the body, maybe 20 or 30, so it looks like a pin cushion. And moving in around the chest and all of the snake fangs sticking out are small white worms.
Ugh.
All going inside the chest and out along these snake fangs sticking out. And as you look up to the face, something seems a little bit strange to you, but before I continue on, I'd really like that Sandy roll, because that'll
Is it the caramel face chewed mother?
No, it's the look of the kid who has more than the look of the army about him now.
Oh no. Yeah, because the
Look of the war. The look of the war.
55 out of 61.
55 out of 61, you only lose 1 sanity point.
Good stuff.
Only one.
Only
On
one
a success.
on a success.
God, this is getting crazy.
As its arms are hanging down, you notice that shot through the whole arm itself and coming out the palm is more of those fang spikes coming down as it sort of glares down at you. But when you look up at the face, it looks gray, like it's made out of clay.
Oh.
And it looks to be a young man's face. And as it looks down at you, you see a line split down the middle as it opens up, and you can just see rows and rows of teeth as it starts to scream.
I grab Skeets and start rushing backwards.
And Amos and Agatha, you hear this loud inhuman scream coming from town.
What in the world was that?
I'm running to the town.
Get to the back. Get to the back. Get out of here. There's something inside. We don't want to go near it. Let's go. Run now.
Okay, I'm turning around and I am booting it out of there.
I checked the trunk real quick before we leave. Is there any other weapons we could take with us? Useful items?
I probably would have had a handgun, but I don't specifically have it written on my sheet.
Well, roll a luck roll. Well, who's looking would roll the luck roll.
Yeah.
Whoever's
Okay.
looking would make the luck roll.
38 out of 60.
Yeah, you find a handgun there.
I will grab the extra handgun and bring that with to maybe have 3 of us armed.
Yeah, I'm definitely booking it towards keeping these guys safe.
To the back. Go. Run to the back of the store. Let's go. Quick.
Okay, I'm going.
I'm
Pumping
trying to
legs.
carry Skeets with me as I go.
So you're running around the building to the the.
because I don't want to be caught out in the open with that thing.
That
Also,
makes
Yeah,
complete
no.
sense.
We'll hide because right now, it would be in full view if we just ran back to the car.
Go.
Yep.
Yeah. So Marion and Althea, you and you're dragging Skeet.
We're dragging Skeet.
Yeah, you're just dragging Skeet. That'll be a strength check.
Yeah. I don't have a lot of that. Ooh, 87 out of 40.
Yeah. So as you're moving along, he's just so heavy, and he just with the mud and everything, he just slips out of your hand and flops to the
I'm
ground.
gonna step back and help her out. One of us, she can take one arm, I can take the other.
Okay.
Again, and
Fair enough. So I'll let you both make a strength check,
Alright.
and if one of you passes, I'll consider it a success.
Do you want to go first?
95 out of 50.
69 out of 40.
So yeah, it seems like maybe his boot or his leg is stuck on some kind of.
I'm gonna start
Dip
trying
it in the
to
road.
slap his face. Skeet, come on, wake up.
I'm just gonna go back to Amos and Agatha. What are you doing?
Running as fast as we can to the store.
Okay, so at this point, as he's sort of stuck on the ground, his leg is wedged in around some kind of wood or something on the ground. For some reason, you couldn't drag him out. Agatha and Amos, as you come around the corner and you look down, you can see Marion and Althea struggling with an unconscious Skeet. And then around 20 feet behind them at the entrance to the general store, you see a figure walk
I shoot it.
out.
I don't even, I haven't heard the description, but before I really see what it is, I'm just shooting it.
Okay.
And then I'll see what it looks like after it's got a hole in it, hopefully.
Okay.
I'm in a very, that's a 98.
I will require Althea and Marion to both roll luck rolls.
dare you?
That makes sense.
This will be the time we fail.
Of course, yeah. I'm holding 2 guns right now. I'm not exactly.
28 out of 50. I did not get shot.
74 out of 68, Amos.
All right, here you go.
Again with
Well.
the shooting me.
It'll be more of a glancing blow, but it'll be half the damage that you roll.
Oh, thank God. Okay, so 5.
5 is half.
No.
Half
Half
of
of
5?
5.
Half rounded up,
Five
so
out of
you
five.
take 3. Now he's already shot you once,
Yes, yes.
so he shoots you a second time, just along your side, as you do fall to the ground.
Oh, yeah. Just like, I let out like a, no! God! What the
I'm supposed to
devil is...
supposed to be good with guns, man.
Behind us, Amos, behind us.
Yeah,
I'm
and
going to shoot the thing.
yeah.
I'm gonna try.
That
to
all happens first. I will
Yeah.
require sandy rolls from everyone other than Marion.
Other than Mary.
Everyone other than Marion, she has already.
66 out of 75.
46 out of 74 for Althea.
And
For
Agatha.
sanity, 93 out of 55.
And the theme continues.
So Althea and Amos each lose a sanity point.
Okay. Wait, so I lose just the one.
Just the
Yeah,
one.
Okay.
Just the one.
Agatha? Sorry, my dear. I need you to roll me a D8.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Oh my
Poor thing.
So this is just
3.
3. Okay, so you lose 3 sanity.
3.
You start feeling like you're getting a little bit of a twitch. Little eye twitch going on, but you manage to not completely.
I'm the one who keeps getting shot, and I still feel better than you. Oh my.
Yeah, at the end of this, I'm going to be my own patient.
As the figure I had already described
Oh, God.
comes out, and you can see the worms just crawling in and out of its skin.
Gross.
And the way the head is, it seems at the moment as it walks out that it's together, so it looks like a human face. But as you know, it starts to split down the middle, and it's slowly moving back and forth. It's
It
very
doesn't look
disconcerting.
like a good human face by any stretch of the imagination.
He looks like a fully formed of one of these larvae. He's a butterfly from the cocoon.
Oh, how lovely.
As he starts
He has
moving
emerged.
towards Skeet, Marion, and Althea.
Help us!
Can I still attempt to try and shoot this thing
Yes,
with my
I will.
eye twitch?
I will allow you to take a shot.
Oh, my God.
Please don't shoot me.
That is a 35 out of 45.
Yes!
Thank God.
At least someone here can shoot.
I don't think my hit points can take anymore.
So sorry.
Go ahead.
Man.
Oh, right.
Roll
yes.
for damage. You
I
hit him.
need-
Friendly fire award goes to
Yeah.
this guy.
That is a 11.
Okay. You shoot it into the center of chest, into the large mass of worms and fangs and whatever you would consider to be what was once a human body. And it hits, and it's this weird sound as it, like, just striking meat. Doesn't seem to phase it. It sort of looks down, and it looks up, and you can just hear, even though the face isn't moving, maybe it's incapable of movement the way it's placed, but you can just hear from the center of its being.
Does that sound familiar to me?
It sounds like the laughter you heard in town. Way back when.
I'm just gonna reach down, gonna grab Skeet by the scruff of his neck and help these 3 pull him back.
As he starts moving.
I'm just gonna try and stand up.
We still need the supplies. We have to get around to the back of the general store. We still need everything. We can't get out of here unless we get everything.
You know what? At this moment, let's go safety first.
53 out of 65 on this pulling Skeet.
Yeah, you by yourself. Just grab him. It's just, it was unlucky before.
I know.
But you by yourself managed to.
Grab him.
Around to the back. We need,
Go.
we need to hide. We need shelter. We need, it can't see us. We have to get out of here. So I start leading the way around the back.
Sure. And it's weird that this particular man, creature, thing isn't moving toward you. it's just sort of laughing that weird laugh, and it's just watching you as it just slowly starts walking toward you.
Oh, all right, Jason Voorhees.
It does not seem to be afraid of you at all.
That's fair.
Okay.
Shoot it again.
Yes. Shoot.
I'm carrying
'Kay.
Skeet right now.
Oh shoot, you are.
I hand
Skeet over to us.
Okay, either of you two good with a gun?
I've never held one in my life.
So that's a nope.
I'm willing to shoot one, though I don't know how good I would be.
All right, I will put this in my pocket then.
I actually have handguns.
I will give it to you.
Okay,
I mean,
sick.
I have-
I got another gun.
Wait, is that?
Yes.
Yeah, we're not in your car.
Okay.
So we're
Shoot
going
it!
back to the store.
So I'm going to try and shoot it with. How far away is it from me?
It's probably around 20 feet.
Is that what a regular handgun can?
No, you'd still be better off using a Lee Enfield. I'd say.
Okay,
It's
then
a
I'm
good
gonna use my
backup.
Lee
Yeah,
Enfield again.
it'll deal more damage.
Yeah, and
I mean,
yeah.
I can take the handgun. I do have the 20% that just naturally comes that everyone has.
Yeah.
All right, you've got the handgun.
Okay,
So
so,
Marion
she's got
has
the. So
Marion's
Marion
with the
has it.
handgun.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna try to shoot it again.
Okay, so as everyone's sort of moving around the building, Agatha, you stay back a little bit to take the pot shot.
Yep.
Go ahead.
No dear. Oh no, 46 up to 35.
Oh.
Oh, or I can take my luck too. Can I take a percentage from my luck?
You can, but it's a permanent burn.
That's up to you.
Your luck
I
was
have
down
73.
permanently.
I am not bad with that. Yes. I
Wow.
Okay,
did that.
so it becomes permanently 72, and that is how you effectively burn your luck in order to make something succeed.
Okay. So yes.
Damn.
Yeah, you shoot it and roll 2d6 plus 4.
Sweet. You better be freaking worth it, you 2d6. Aw, well, 9.
9.
Okay, so once again it enters the center of mass. It seems to stun it for a second as it sort of sucks in a little bit. And then it just glares at you and starts moving a little bit faster, and you can see the face open and close in rows of teeth, and this green liquid coming out.
I am running to where these people are. That's what I'm doing. Running back. Running.
What do we have to do with this thing?
How close is it now?
Well, basically, you guys have moved around the side of the building, so you don't see it.
If I peer around the side of the building.
Are you going behind, all the way behind, or are you
We're gonna
waiting?
try and go all the way behind the building. Like,
Yeah.
there's no reason to
You-
stay away from this thing.
Oh, like I'm gonna when I hear Agatha shoot it and
Yeah.
start running it back, I'm gonna stop right like at the entrance of the alleyway and look back. Is it close enough for me to shoot it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's around 10 feet away.
Okay, then I'm gonna shoot it and then I'm gonna run.
Yeah, because you stayed there
I'm trying
for
not to
it.
shoot you. I'm not very good at this.
Please.
Oh God, 84 out of 20.
As it just goes wild. And as it's that close,
Then I'm gonna run.
I know,
It'll get me first.
as it's that close, it puts its palm face front out, and you can see it seems to be embedded straight down
It's gonna.
the forearm, and it shoots one of the fangs out of its palm in your direction.
You just should have kept running.
I should have kept running. That was useless.
If one of those things hits me.
I'll take the
And-
rat.
I have to say, it digs into the wall next to you, misses your head by, I would say, 2 inches. Just,
Oh my god.
I missed you by a percentage. They do not have luck to burn. They don't need luck. They're monstrous.
They're monsters.
But yeah.
Okay. Is Montgomery still
Just
up
run!
with me?
As you look over his shoulder, you don't see Montgomery. And it's the first time you haven't seen him in a while. Since he first appeared, but you don't see him.
Do I see him?
No. No, you don't see him.
Now he decides to not.
Deal with it later. Deal with it later. Use it.
So where we are in conjunction with this building now? We're still
heading to the
getting
back of the
pursued?
store, right?
As long as you're all saying at this
Yes.
point, you're all moving behind the
The
building.
building, okay.
Leave it.
Okay, so you what, Marion? I'm assuming you bolted
Oh
from
heck yeah.
as you all bolt, and behind the building, it's sort of like a little junkyard. There's a pile of different pieces of vehicles and stuff like that all over the place. Okay, as you move in behind this building, I do, and as you just settle down for a second, what are you doing?
I'm gonna move. Is there something that we can move into the path that we just walked in, like even just a box or something that we can just sort of block the way with?
Like any debris.
Well, we're
Like
out in the
debris
open.
and stuff.
That's-
Like we went through an alleyway.
Yeah, it was an alleyway between
yeah,
the
can I
building.
block the alleyway with something?
Yeah, you take a quick look and you could grab, some debris and some junk that's around.
I can do that.
But you're not sure how much it'll stop whatever the thing is. Because if it was you came up to it, you could just walk over it and
Oh.
that stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. So if when I was under there and I had winched it up, was I able to see what looked awry?
It just seems that it's mostly for the make of the car. So where you were riding on the rim on one side, the rim came off.
That's all it was.
And it made the tire push out and slot down.
Okay. So do we see 2 tires with rims on them in this yard?
You'd have to take a little while and look around. You do see some tires, you're just not sure.
All right. Let's see if we can get 2 tires with rims, and let's wheel them back to the car with us and just avoid that creature. We need the car to get out of here.
That creature is coming around the corner at us, though, at a cliff, though, isn't it?
Did you want to look down the alleyway?
Yes.
You don't see anything there.
I don't see anything.
I'm gonna try
Oh,
to,
man.
I'm gonna try to wake Skeets up. Would that be a psychology?
Either that or more like slaps in the face or
Yeah,
smelling
I was
salts
trying to slap.
or stuff like that. But as you move toward that and you all sort of look at Skeet for that quick second, I need
Oh no.
Emos and Althea to both roll a power roll, a willpower roll.
What?
That would be the best roll.
We've both been in possession of that stupid
16 out of 80s. That hits my extreme.
Yep.
Willpower is my highest. 37 out of 80.
Okay, but I'm going to go to Emos because he had an extreme success. So I'm just going to have this happen to you for now. As you look, and it seems a little bit weird, but you see a little shimmering, small, almost ghostly-like thing. Looks like a small rat on Skeet's chest. And you see it sort of just barely, it's almost like it's not even there, but it descends into vapor and goes into his nostrils. And you can see, and all of a sudden, Skeet just starts twitching. Lying on the ground.
Uh-huh.
Skeets, come on, wake up.
Nobody
wake up.
else sees this. Only Amos.
What's wrong with him? Why isn't he waking up? Come on,
I
Skeets.
kind of put my arm in front of you really quickly.
We need his help. We need to get
Yeah,
out of
all right,
here.
let's try this real quick. I grab him by the scruff of his shirt. I slap him across the face real hard. I'm like, Montgomery, wake the fuck up.
What?
You see Skeet's eyes just shoot wide open, and they're completely rolled back, so it's just the whites.
Oh.
And the jaw seems to be slack and hanging a little bit open.
What did you do?
And you just hear the jaw isn't moving, and only Amos and Althea can hear this. But you both hear this little tiny voice coming from down inside Skeet. Just seems to be a voice coming up through the throat, but the throat isn't, like the mouth isn't moving. It's like, oh yeah, dynamite, drawer, behind the counter, bottom drawer below the cash register. That's where it is.
Is Skeet still all right?
No, there's
I'm
no-
asking.
There's
Montgomery?
it's just the body's, it's just hanging there.
Montgomery, if you hurt that man, I swear to God,
Okay,
on my
you go
side is
chastise
killing
the
me.
rat.
What is going on?
I have
Let's-
no idea.
Okay.
The dynamite's
so-
in. We have to get into the shop and get into the drawer behind the counter where the dynamite is.
How do you know that?
It's a good question. I can explain maybe a little bit later. The
What about
rat
the
inside
car?
the man told me. Is anyone going to question all the other weird stuff that's been
And-
happening?
What? Leave Skeets alone. I don't know what you did, but leave him alone. We need to find the parts for the car.
And as you're arguing behind, you hear a scream from on top of the building.
Oh God.
And standing on top of the building looking down at you with ravens on the end of some of the spikes around his body as he looks down at you and starts screaming, and the mouth opens up and starts spraying green liquid and saliva all over the place down.
Inside.
Ah!
I'll pick up
Inside?
Skeet again, and
Yeah,
we're gonna hustle
we're running
inside.
Yeah, we're just gonna go to initiative. It'll make it easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Although, as we start, I just want to say one quick thing to Althea. That magic word you used that brought the rats. Can you do that again?
Can I?
Right, and then I guess it's
well, it's up to you,
Time.
up to your character of whatever she would like to attempt and whatever she would like to say.
Sure. I'll try it again because it worked before, so why not now? If he's a similar weird thing.
so what's our order?
We start off with Marion and what she would like to do.
I'm gonna grab Skeet. Is he moving on his own?
No, his eyes are still up in his head and his jaw is slack.
I'm gonna help her drag him.
Yeah, I'm gonna run into the building. Is there a back door?
Yes, there is.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna run into the building.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna help her drag him into the building because I haven't heard the voice. You haven't.
So if Marion and Agatha want to work together,
Yep.
we're just going to go to Althea first as she beats Agatha on initiative.
Okay.
Althea, what would you like to do?
Since I'm not having a lot of ideas right now, I'm going to do what Amos suggested and try looking up at this guy and screaming out the odd phrase that Montgomery had given me before.
Okay, go ahead.
What was it?
Fine.
What? Secure. Montgomery, what was that phrase you gave
Wasn't
me
it
earlier?
Cantera?
Sankar!
All right, so now you just look crazy. I don't think it's working.
I'm in a lot of discomfort.
You've been shot twice. That's to be expected.
Not incorrect.
Although, as you're screaming it out, you see the figure screaming on top sort of flinch a bit and just move out of sight on top of you. Step back.
Okay, so if that's gonna help us at all, let's just take advantage of this moment and go and get some fucking dynamite!
Best sentence all day. However long this day has been.
So I'm just going to stand up as well as I can at the moment and start making our way back around to the front of the store. Yes?
No, we're going to
No,
the back
that
door.
back
Just
Through the
go
back
right
door?
into the,
Yes.
right in the
Perfect.
building.
Back
Okay,
door.
so I'm just going to say you all drag Skeet and move.
Right, yeah. As we go in, though, I just want to do a quick spot heading through the junk pile on my way without slowing down.
Sure.
As I can. As we go in, just to see if I could spot a couple of
Sure.
tires. If there's like a good path I can generate on the way back out.
Go right ahead. Make that roll.
37 out of 36.
You tell anyone that you're doing that?
Would you like to burn a luck?
Yes. I will go from 60 to 59. I know.
You did.
Yes, but I'd be remiss if I didn't have something happen. So as you look out in the junkyard with your spot hidden, you do notice what looks to be maybe 2 tires that are
With
on
rims?
rims. That'll fit.
Okay, I'll just log that in my mind, knowing where to grab those on our way back out.
Sure. As you all run inside the building.
Where did you say the dynamite was?
It's in a drawer behind the counter in the front.
From the back door. Is it is it the kitchen that's in the back? Is that
Yes.
what we run into first? And
Yeah.
then it's the front
Yes.
area. So I want to run through to behind the counter in the shop.
I'm gonna go with her because I don't think she should be
I
alone.
think we're all going together.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
all
okay,
going
fair
together.
enough.
Yeah.
When we go to the front of the store, provided that nothing attacks us, are there any smokes that haven't been stolen?
Luck roll.
36 out of 59. Fucking bring it.
Yes, there's smokes.
I steal like 2 packs of the lighter or whatever. I'm just like, it's
Light
a
them all up at once.
stressful situation.
Smoke them if you got them.
I won't lie, if you had rolled a 60, I might have laughed.
I'd have been like, I quit smoking.
Yeah, who is dragging Skeet? That's my question.
Oh, I guess it
There's you
is
two.
Marion.
So Marion
Unless
and
you never
Agatha.
let go of him.
No, but we had
Oh,
originally
yeah.
said Marion and
Yeah,
Agatha
okay.
were moving in. Okay, so you bring him into that main
Yeah.
room as well.
Yep.
And
I'm going to try to rummage for that.
yeah, so you get to the bottom drawer, and it's a fairly large drawer, sort of like the bottom of a file cabinet. and you open it up, and there's a pile of junk in there. There's a wrench, there's stuff like that. And as, wrench and paper and empty cigarette packs and empty cans of beans and a half-broken can opener. And then at the bottom of the drawer, there are 2 sticks of dynamite. Just at the bottom of this drawer.
It's a junk drawer. Where else would
there
you put
does
dynamite?
seem to be some residue on the outside of the sticks of dynamite. Looks like clay, but it's it seems to be
So-
attached to it.
This is going to be like
Gliss-
the dynamite version of the shotgun that we borrowed.
Oh
Hey,
no.
Skeets.
Skeet quality gear, my friends.
Oh
Is
my
there
God.
something to roll to see what this stuff is, or is it just that it's leaking?
I know what exactly it is.
I'm actually.
I know what it is, but my character doesn't.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know what my character know. I don't know.
Actually, can I use a
Oh.
chemistry?
Yeah, chemistry. There you go. You're a chemist.
There we go.
Please be a thing. Nope, 61 out of 33. So
Yeah.
just my personal self will know what it is.
Everyone can attempt a chemistry. If you don't have points in chemistry, it's 1%, as far as I know. Quite difficult.
36 out of 1, no.
72.
If I had ranks, I probably would have got it 32 out of 1, I guess.
So everybody would have almost made the check.
Are there wicks as well?
Yeah, it's already
Oh, it's already assembled.
it's already assembled. It's very dangerous that
my God.
this is in here.
You found it?
Yes, I did.
Wrap it in a towel or something so we don't accidentally.
Is there a bag or something I can use? Like a burlap sack or something?
You actually see, like, from the kitchen, you remember that there were some hand towels.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They
yeah,
were
that works.
dirty,
That's fine.
Yeah, that's
like
fine.
I just-
black with filth and.
I've never handled dynamite before. I don't know. Is it bad to drop it?
Yes.
Yes, you all know that it is.
Volatile.
It's volatile. It's
Yeah,
dynamite,
it's
yeah.
well, it's an explosion. An explosive.
You're just not sure how volatile, in particular,
Okay.
these 2 sticks at the
Yeah.
bottom of a junk drawer. is.
So, 2 things. One, while they're figuring around with the dynamite, I'm going to also take the wrench that's in that drawer, just because
Yeah.
reasons. And number 2, if we have 2 sticks of dynamite, is that dude still standing on the roof of the general store outside? I'm wondering?
No, we're using both sticks to blow up the rock just if there's a guarantee, unless it comes close to us. There's just no guarantee that one stick will do it. In fact, looking at these, if they're like the shotgun, there's no guarantee that either stick will do
Yes,
it.
but how long is it going to take us to fix the car enough?
Let's.
Montgomery, anything else important we should know?
It just looks like Skeet's eyes are still rolled up in his head. His jaw is slack. His chest is rising, so he is breathing, but there is no.
Leave Skeets alone. Haven't you done enough?
Oh.
Can I check the other drawers to see if there's any other tools that
Oh.
we could possibly need?
Yeah, sure.
And that
Just roll a luck roll.
okay.
Lots of luck rolls tonight.
Oh no,
Ooh.
that's 80 out of 72. So no, that's a no.
No, you do find some like minor tools, but they all seem to be either broken or not usable.
Rusty and
Yeah.
All right.
junky. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna gingerly wrap those dynamite sticks in that tea towel and
Tea cozy.
tea
Yeah.
cozy.
So whatever. Yeah. Go with towels.
Just so
And-
everyone's aware. Oh, yeah.
And who? Because my character doesn't really have a coat or
I got
anything.
a coat with a bunch of pockets on it.
Well, I'm gonna give it to you.
Oh, great. I'll explode with magical and TNT.
Oh yeah, put that stone
Um,
in the dynamite, that really volatile
yeah,
dynamite
that's pretty-
right
that's
next
pretty
to
good.
each other.
All right, so just so everyone's aware, I did find 2 suitable tires in the back.
Really?
Yeah, on our way in.
Where?
So they're just out the back. As we head out, one of us will need to carry Skeet. Each of us should roll a tire, and the 4th remaining member, I vote being you, since your rifle seems to have better luck at shooting things than me and my
You
handgun.
have a larger range.
Oh, that's true. Yes. Okay. All right.
Anyone disapprove of this plan?
Well, yeah, Agatha, you are an excellent shot. I'll take one of the tires if someone else will carry Skeets, because I'm starting to fall down
Well,
under the weight.
logically, Amos can carry Skeet. Agatha is best at shooting at the moment, and Mary and I have the highest dex, which means we can roll the tires.
Okay. And you're all in the center of the main room.
Yep.
With the rubble all around, and it seems like you have a really good plan. As the front door bursts open,
Go,
and
go.
in runs in. Just ran through the door.
To the back, to the back, to the back!
Is it Buddy? What's his nuts?
It
with the
is.
sticks?
Can you do
Yeah.
called shots in Cthulhu? Like, specifically say you want to aim at, like, their head or something
Okay.
before you shoot?
I'll allow you to do it with 2 penalty dice.
Nope.
I will allow it, but with 2 penalty
Yeah,
dice.
hell no. All right, so if we're all just going to start running in the back away from this guy, I'm just going to take just 3 shots as I'm running. I'll take up the rear
And
of
I'll
these
start
guys.
screaming Sankara, Sankara, Sankara again as we're running along.
When we run into the kitchen, there is a door between those rooms, right?
Yes.
Can I, in a split second, close that door and see if I can throw anything in front of it to try and obscure its way?
So the main issue that we're going to deal with now at the moment is how fast you all are.
Okay.
Okay.
Marion and Althea manage to move quite quickly into the other room. Agatha and Amos don't,
Oh no.
as it
All right.
runs into the middle.
Really? Okay. That's
He's
fine.
quicker than both of them are.
That's fair.
How quick are you?
You, Amos is at a 45 dex,
Yeah.
Agatha's at a 50 dex.
I'm slow.
Okay. Yup.
I'm a portly
Okay.
old guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically has to do with initiative,
Okay.
Okay.
with
Cool.
how stuff moves.
All right.
It just means as he moves closer, he tries to stab each of you with spikes on his body. That's what he tries to do.
Oh no.
He's not very
It's been good. Cool
accurate.
world.
He's not very accurate with it though. So as Amos, you grab Skeet and Agatha, as you start moving, you moving toward the kitchen. It sort of bursts in within a couple of feet of you, and literally starts just shaking its body around. But you both manage to dodge back a bit out of the way, so none of the spikes impale you, and just barely run into the kitchen ahead of it.
Okay.
Cool.
Now can I slam the door?
Now you can slam. Yes.
Something in front of it.
You notice that there is a deadbolt,
Oh, yes.
Done.
and he is right behind you. Likewise.
I know. Yeah.
Bang.
Am I
Tink,
fast
tink.
enough before she slams that door
You and Marion should already be out.
to when Amos and Agatha get into the room to take the machete I've been holding and just throw it at him, because I'm not ever going to be close enough to try cutting his head off.
I will allow it because of the rule of cool. I
Now,
will allow it because of the rule
do
of
I have
cool.
to
That's
use
fair.
throw?
That's fair.
Just throw.
You do have to use throw.
All right.
That's amazing.
I
And
have the
don't-
base 20%.
Don't roll a 96 to 100.
Oh man. No pressure.
If we die, I
Hey,
swear to God.
listen, I owe you one, so.
Shot to the face. That's
If she
clever.
crits, I'll take it.
I'm just kidding. Mostly.
What did you roll?
Son of a.
What did you roll?
100?
Oh my god!
Now, to be fair, zero on both dice is 100, right?
Correct, 0, 0. Double 0. Yeah, you rolled 100%.
This is where I die.
Oh my
This
god.
is where I die.
So,
Now,
You're not the one who just.
I need Amos,
Oh, right, you closed the door.
Amos and Agatha, because you're both in range, need to roll
stab
a
him.
luck
I'm
roll.
All right, we
sorry.
both roll luck.
Oh.
You're more detrimental to each other
I
than
got 70 out of 72.
66 out of 59.
Okay. So I'm gonna set
you're
the
not.
scene.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna set the scene. So Marion, I'm gonna say that you ran through and are already behind the building.
I'm looking for tires.
That's fair enough. You run on through. And then Althea's running next quickest. Hauls out her machete, gets a nice idea in her head, turns around, holds it up, ready to throw. As Agatha runs in and moves to the side to hold the door, and Amos starts coming through carrying Skeet.
Please don't lodge it in his chest or something, please. Please. It would be bad.
It may be, but even though it's a 00, if you're hitting what you guys do a lot. You shoot and stab each other.
Friendly fire should be what our
I'm
team is
not
called.
too worried about that. I'm worried about where is the dynamite on your person. That's sort of what I'm worried about.
In my right coat pocket.
In your right coat pocket.
Hey.
Yup.
Hey. Would this destroy the stone potentially if it hits the other one?
Listen, Listen.
We're all gonna die. We all blow up.
I need you. And I'm calling for a lot of luck rolls tonight because it's crazy what's happening. I would like Althea to roll a luck roll. That's it. Just roll a luck roll.
Don't roll 100.
Did you roll another 00?
Yes, I did.
Throw out those.
Okay.
We all die. We all die.
You need to roll damage.
Can I? Can I?
Althea,
Can I spend?
Can-
Can I burn my luck?
before anything happens, I need you to roll damage.
What's damage?
It's a D8.
A D8?
Yes.
This is where I die.
Can I burn some luck?
How much luck do you have?
I have 68.
You would need to burn 5% to take it lower than a fumble. That would make it a 95, not 100, which is not a fumble.
And if I burned more than that?
Oh, to make it a hit, you need to burn 80.
80?
Oh, you have
No, not to make it a hit, just to make it really less bad than it's going to be.
It's either 5
I
or
will
80.
allow you to spend 5 luck to make it so you don't hit the dynamite. You're still going to hit him. You're still going to hit him.
I'll spend it.
Oh my god.
If that makes...
Listen, if I hit the dynamite, we're all done.
Well, no. Marion will be fine.
Well,
Marion will be fine.
Marion will be by herself.
Ski are done. We're done.
Team Rocket flies up again.
All right. Is it still D8 damage?
Yeah, it's a D8 plus damage bonus, but
I rolled 2 100s in a row.
I've
That's
never
amazing.
seen it, but I
It's the first time for everything.
God.
I think
May
the
the
game
luck
is
of
trying to
Chris-
tell us that we want to die.
Don't.
Just
no
roll
one
a
look.
D8.
No one
Just
look.
you two.
I need
Oh,
to be
it's
the first
half
one to
of
see
what
it.
she rolls. What'd you
It's
roll?
half of what I rolled.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 6.
So 3 damage. As it slices along your arm, don't forget to burn 5 luck.
I did. I already did it, and my blood pressure is so high right now.
Yeah.
Your blood pressure.
I
almost
believe
blew the four
that's
of us
the.
up.
I believe that's the closest. It's yeah.
To a GPK?
Everyone but Marion would have probably. Been.
Hey, you know what? If one player survived Cthulhu and the monster got blown up too, that would still be a success.
So I get struck by the machete.
You do get a machete. The machete, of course, that you had taken away from her before. But let's be fair, you have shot her twice.
Not worth hitting dynamite though. Once I get hit and the door is closed,
Yeah, as soon as you get through, I'm assuming, Agatha, you close deadbolt.
Yeah.
I look at her with the machete sticking out of me. I pull it out. The next time you think of a good idea, don't. And I take the machete with me and I leave. With Skeet on my shoulder.
So, Agatha, as you're watching this,
Oh no.
you see a snake fang, as we've been calling it, the long spike,
Right.
shoot through the wall in front of your face
Oh god.
Holy shit.
and go across the room
Right. I'm pitching it out of there, man.
as you all run outdoors.
Yeah,
Yes.
we are.
Right.
Closing the door behind me, the back door behind me. Is there a deadbolt on the back door behind me?
Yes.
Sweet, I'm doing that too.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to this Twisted Gear Studios production. Our next episode of The Call will air Tuesday, April 9th. Tuesday, April 2nd, is the next episode of Spacers, our Starfinder podcast, and this Friday, March 29th, is the next episode of our collaboration podcast with MacGuffin Media, The Legend of Zingdong. The game system used today was the Call of Cthulhu 7th edition by Chaosium. Music in this episode was licensed through Video Copilot, sound effects and ambient tracks licensed through Triune Films, Video Copilot, and Sirenscape. You can find all Twisted Gear Studios' podcasts on YouTube, Google Play, Apple Music, and Spotify. Please follow and like Twisted Gear Studios on Facebook and Twitter, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Twisted Gear. Your players this evening were Janessa Coles, Lindsay Delansky, Zach Barrett, and Elizabeth Wells. Your audio operator tonight was Rob Hickey, and your GM, or keeper, this evening was Derek Snow. If you happen to be in the Fort McMurray area, you can find me at Tavern on Main every Monday at 7:30 p.m. for trivia. Have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next time.